Prophet Yusuf, the son of Prophet Jacob, is known for his exceptional beauty, wisdom, and piety. His story is a significant part of the Quran, particularly in Surah Yusuf, and it teaches deep lessons about the trials of life, the importance of trust in Allah, and the ultimate triumph of good over evil. His life story, filled with highs and lows, reflects how patience, honesty, and faith lead to success, no matter the circumstances. The early years of Prophet Yusuf. Prophet Yaqub had 12 sons, and Yusuf was his most beloved. This caused jealousy and resentment in his brothers, who felt overlooked and angry that their father loved Yusuf more than any of them. Despite their father's love, Yusuf remained humble and innocent, never showing arrogance. One day, Yusuf had a dream that he was surrounded by 11 stars, the sun and the moon, all bowing to him. He shared this dream with his father, who interpreted it to mean that one day Yusuf would hold a position of great importance. But the brothers became even more envious, fearing that Yusuf might be chosen over them. They began plotting against him. Driven by jealousy, the brothers decided to take drastic action. They initially planned to kill Yusuf, but later decided to throw him into a well where he would be left to die. They came to their father, Yaqub, with a false story. They claimed that a wolf had eaten Yusuf while they were tending the flock. In the meantime, Yusuf was pulled out of the well by a passing caravan and sold as a slave to an Egyptian noble, who was a minister of the king. Meanwhile, Yaqub was deeply saddened, believing that his beloved son had been lost forever. Yusuf's life in Egypt began in hardship. However, the minister's wife, known as Zulaykha, became infatuated with Yusuf due to his striking beauty. She tried to seduce him, but Yusuf refused, choosing to honor his faith and his master. In a moment of temptation, Yusuf fled from the room, and Zulaykha falsely accused him of trying to assault her. Despite his innocence, Yusuf was unjustly imprisoned, yet even in prison, Yusuf's faith never wavered. He continued to inspire others with his wisdom and insight, interpreting the dreams of fellow prisoners. One of them, a wine-bearer, was released and promised to mention Yusuf's name to the king. Years passed, and the wine-bearer forgot his promise. Years later, the king of Egypt had a troubling dream that none of his advisors could interpret. The wine-bearer remembered Yusuf and his ability to interpret dreams. Yusuf was called from prison to interpret the king's dream, which predicted 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine. Yusuf not only interpreted the dream correctly, but also offered a plan to save Egypt from the upcoming famine. The king, impressed by his wisdom, appointed Yusuf to a high position, effectively making him the treasurer of Egypt. During the years of famine, Yusuf's brothers traveled to Egypt in search of food. They did not recognize Yusuf, who was now dressed in royal clothing, but he recognized them. Instead of seeking revenge, Yusuf tested his brothers' sincerity and repentance by accusing them of being spies. Over time, he revealed his identity to them in a dramatic and emotional moment. His brothers, ashamed and remorseful for their past actions, begged for forgiveness. Yusuf, filled with mercy, forgave them completely, saying that it was all part of Allah's divine plan. He invited his father Yaqub to Egypt, where the family was Prophet Yaqub, and his family settled in Egypt, and they lived in peace and prosperity. Yusuf, now in a position of power, ruled justly and continued to demonstrate kindness, even to those who had wronged him. His story is a reminder of the importance of faith, patience, and forgiveness in the face of patience in adversity. Despite the many challenges YOUSAF faced, from being betrayed by his brothers to being wrongfully imprisoned, he never lost faith in Allah. His story teaches us to remain patient through life's trials, as Allah has a greater plan for us. Forgiveness. YOUSAF forgave his brothers even though they had wronged him deeply. This teaches us the power of forgiveness and how it can heal broken relationships. Trust in Allah's plan. YOUSAF's life was full of tests, but he trusted that whatever happened was part of Allah's plan. This is a powerful reminder that we may not always understand the reasoning behind life's hardships, but Allah's wisdom is beyond our comprehension. The importance of integrity. YOUSAF remained steadfast in his integrity, refusing to give in to temptation. His refusal to sin, even in a situation where he had every reason to do so, shows the importance of maintaining one's moral compass. The ultimate justice of Allah. Despite the wrongdoings YOUSAF experienced, he was ultimately rewarded by Allah for his patience and righteousness. This highlights the concept of divine justice, that Allah rewards those who are sincere and just in their actions.